Oh, there's a big snake skin on the ground on my way in. G'day folks, today I'm going yabbying in a dam over here. I'm returning to one of my old favourites. I haven't been yabbying in this dam for a few years. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Now the first thing I saw walking in was a snake skin, so that's a pretty good sign. Here's an interesting fact. Snake skins are usually much longer than a snake. So if you find a snake skin that's about 3 foot long, chances are it's probably only from a little 2-foot snake, because they stretch when they shed their skin. Anyway, well, the dam's a nice colour. I used to do a fair bit of yabbying in this dam, but the dam's part of a swamp. Now I'm on private property here and I've got express permission to come on here. I used to have permission from the old farmer, then he sold it, but I managed to bump into the new farmer, the new owner out here one day, and he's allowed me to continue yabbying here, and I am forever grateful. Anyway, I used to come out here yabbying a lot, but this dam is part of a big swamp, and the swamp's been full of water for a few years. So this time last year, I'd be standing in water where I am now. The water spilled out through these gaps, and all that area over there was underwater. But now the swamp's dried up, and the water has just retracted back into the dam. Anyway, what have I got? I've got 4 open top lift nets, and they're all baited up with redfin bits and pieces. Now I'm in Victoria. I know it's illegal to use redfin as bait in New South Wales, but I'm in Victoria. I just want to let you know that, because I know some people will freak out when they see me using redfin. Anyway, the dam's looking good. Let's put the nets in. Right, redfin net number 1. Just there. I remember catching some huge yabbies in this dam once. There's a lot of bubbles in the water. Net number 2 can go there. I wonder if it's full of carp and turtles maybe. That could impede my yabbying experience. And net number 3 can go out there. Right, net number 4 can go over in this corner here. Righto, all 4 nets are in. This is the swamp. You can see the dam just there is on the edge of the swamp, just here. You can see there's been water here for a long time. You can see all the cracks in the mud and stuff. This was the swamp. I think the swamp might be bone dry now. I've got no doubt there's probably going to be soggy spots out in the middle, because we had a fair bit of rain a couple of months ago, but it's looking pretty parched. Just walking through the swamp, and I can see a little bit of water over here. Actually, there goes a duck. It's a wood duck. And I can see a black duck on the edge of the water here. So there is still a little bit of water in the swamp. Right over in the middle. That's the last of the swamp. Look at the algae on it. There'll be probably carp in there, I reckon. Big thank you to the farmer that lets me come on here. I am so appreciative. It's amazing to think that this time last year this swamp was full of water. It would have been about 30 or 40 centimetres, so this long tree here probably would have just had ducks lined up all along it, I reckon. But look at that mud. I wonder what that's from. Something's dug that. There's something down there. I wonder if it's a swamp yabby or something. Very interesting. If you could roll that log over, which is you couldn't unless you had a crane or a forklift or something, I wonder what would be under it. It's literally been 5 minutes since I put these nets in, but before I walk back out of the paddock into the car, I'm going to have an impatient check. Even if it's just to see a sign, like a yabby jump out of the net or something. Oh, there's a sign. There's a sign, alright, but it's not a good one. A little carp. That's not a good sign at all. He's about to be deceased. Be good bait. That back out. Well, that'll be what's causing all the bubbles on the dam. Probably little carp jumping I don't like yabbying in dams with too many carp and turtles. I think as long as they're all small like that, it'll be okay. But if there's big ones in here, then the yabbies either have been eaten or they're hiding from the fish and they're hard to catch. That's my theory anyway. Right, on net number 2. Nothing. Net number 3. Nothing. Bear in mind, they've only been in probably not even 6 or 7 minutes, so I'm not too concerned at this point. When they've been in an hour and I'm still not catching yabbies, then I'll be concerned. Like the first net I put in, this one, it's been in the longest. Oh, look at the turtle on the outside. Did you see that? There was a turtle clinging to the outside. Well, isn't it amazing? I took one look at the water before and I saw the bubbles and I said, I wonder what's making that. I wonder if it's turtles or carp. And now just in the impatient check, I've seen turtles and carp. Oh well, I'll come back in a little while, maybe 45 minutes or an hour or something. There's so many swamps like this out here on the flat country. I'm just walking back to my car now. Out here on the outside of the swamp, there's grey box trees. This is a grey box tree. And then in the swamp over there, there's lots of red gums. Red gums where the water sits and the ground's really soggy and moist. Out here on the dry ground, it's grey box. Welcome back. It's been about 45 minutes or so. Plenty long enough. Let's see how many carp and turtles I've caught. Yeah, I knew it. I knew that was going to happen. Oh, turtle. I'm not getting good vibes from this dam at the moment. See you later, mate. There's another dam just up the road. I might take a couple of these nets out. The other dam up the road was a really good dam last year, but then this year I put some nets in and all I caught were black beetles. So I might, I know there's yabbies in there, but the black beetles are a bad sign, but I might leave 2 in this dam and put 2 in that dam and see how that works. Because something tells me that this dam isn't going to produce very many yabbies today. Right, regardless how this goes, I'll leave this one in this dam. Oh, it's actually caught a yabbie. There are yabbies in here. I want a feed of yabbies. I want a bit of size, and that hasn't got enough size. So we can go back. Nearly got my finger then. I've actually got half a dozen quite large yabbies at home, so if I can just catch half a dozen big ones, I'll be happy. But unfortunately, that one isn't going to be part of my half a dozen big ones. See you later, mate. Oh, that's a sign anyway. So far I've caught turtles. I've checked, had the impatient check, and now I've checked 2 nets, and I've already caught carp, turtles, and yabbies. Bit of a mixed bag, a mixed fishery, a mixed yabbery. So many of these little moths here. Oh, a big one in there. Yes, yes. 2 big yabbies and a carp. Good. There's hope. There's the rest of my redfin offcuts. Might give this bucket a bit of a rinse because it's a bit dirty. There is hope. Hope has been restored. Hope has been restored. They're not giant yabbies, but they're certainly big enough. I'll get rid of the carp last. Bit of everything in this dam. Mixed yabbery. 1 yabbie, 2 yabbie, red yabbie, blue yabbie. Righto, Carpio. Red carp. Okay, look. With that carp taken care of, it was time to put the net back in. I've caught 3 yabbies and 2 of them were nice size yabbies. They're not huge yabbies, but they're big enough. If I can get half a dozen yabbies that size, I'll be happy because they'll go with the half a dozen that I've already got at home, and there's something. Ooh, oh yes, look, beauty. There's 4 in here, but there's 5 in here, but one of them's too small. 3 of them are good. 4, I reckon I'm going to keep all 4 of them. This little one can go back. That little one can go back, but those 4 are all big enough, I reckon. You ripper. Now I'm happy. I've got enough to complement the ones that I've got at home and give me a feed. I might just put a bit more water in the bucket before I add more yabbies in. That'll do it. I'll check them for bum nuts. Make sure they haven't got any cackleberries. I can't. No, they're all clean. No, they're all clean. Beauty. I'll just tip them upside down and shake them. Awesome. So happy now. I've caught me half a dozen. I might as well just leave that other net in. I think I'll put it back in. Don't think I'll worry about the other dam. Try that another day. I've changed my mind about this net. I've decided I'm going to leave it in. This is the one I was going to go and put in a different dam. I've decided to leave it here for now. See how it goes. Right, so I've caught 5, 2, 1, 8 yabbies, 2 carp and 1 turtle. Now, at the start I said if I can just catch half a dozen nice sized yabbies to complement the 6 big ones I've got at home, I'll be happy with that. I've already achieved that goal, so anything else that I catch now is just a bonus. Awesome. It's always a good idea to throw a heap of grass in there with them. Right, I'm back. It's time to check the nets again. It's been 1 hour. I'll check them now, then I'll put them back in, and then I'll give them one last soak after this one. Righto. This is the turtle net. That's a yabby net this time. Yeah, 4. 4 and 3 of them are going home. Beauty. These aren't big yabbies, but they're big enough. They're certainly big enough that most people will be happy to get a feed off that one or that one. Come on. I think I call this one the poker machine. He's only got one arm. This one's just got back. Got out, that's okay. He's back in the water. The one-armed bandit. He's only got one blue claw. Awesome. Well, I'm doing a lot better than I thought that I would, and I'm happy. This net had 1 yabby in it earlier. Now it's got 1 yabby in it. Not 2. And look, they're both a bit small. I'll put them both back. Bye-bye. Ooh, he nearly got me through the bloody net then, this one here. Off you go. Righto. Couple of thrower-backerers. I find this time of the year, late summer and into autumn, the yabbying can be really slow. Spring and early summer are my favourite times of year to catch yabbies. This time of year can be very hit and miss. And I'm actually happy with the result that I'm getting today. There's another one, but he's a bit small. Mate, don't go through the net, go out the hole. Yeah, like that. See you later, mate. Considering it's we're now into autumn, I'm actually happy with this result. Real happy. There's a dam with clear water that I've done really well in last year in March. I might head up there on my next yabbying adventure and see how I go. Oh, this one's empty. I'll try it over that way a bit. Well, folks, I've lost count, but I think I've kept 9 or 10 or so. They're not huge yabbies, but they're certainly big enough. And they will complement the half a dozen yabbies that I've got at home just nicely. I've already caught more than I thought I would. I've done quite well, but time is on my side. So I've still got another hour or so. So I'm going to leave the nets in for the last soak. Just see if I can catch a couple more to complement the ones I've already caught. Can I catch the cherry on top in the last check of the nets? Let's come back in an hour and find out. Right, it's time for the final check. I'm taking the nets out this time. Have I caught 1 or 2 just to top up my already existing tally? Oh, he's right on the borderline. Look, I'll put him in. Why not? Taking the nets out now anyway. There'll be a bit of meat on him. Righto, net number 2. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A turtle and a carp. Everything but yabbies. Well, the carp can be destroyed. The turtle can go back in the dam. Off you go. See you later, mate. Go. There he goes. Nothing in this one. Empty. Last net of the day. And I think it's empty. It is empty. Ah well, I caught 1 on the last round. 1 carp, 1 turtle and 1 yabby. Let's do a bit of a head count. Take all the water out of the top. Bit of a stock take. I'll put some fresh water in. That'll be enough. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9, 10. I like the way these nets fold down nice and flat. It makes it easy for storage and for carrying around. Well folks, I didn't hit the jackpot, but I did keep 10 nice yabbies to complement the half a dozen big ones I've got at home. It's early March. As we get deeper into autumn, the yabbying is going to get slower and slower, so I'm thankful for any nice sized yabbies that I can catch from here on in. I've had a fun afternoon. Thank you all very much for watching.